Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those one you here, my name is Vanessa Buyai and yes, karibuni sana. And yeah, guys, hey! The previous video I was telling you about the things that I learned in campus, and yeah, now we are in the second month of 2024, around 1 or 2 months after I've finished with my campus life, and yeah, we are now in the school of life. And guys, okay, one thing that somebody never told me is the anxiety, the worries, the anxieties, like literally the anxieties that come with after finishing school. Like, you don't know what next, you don't know where to start applying your jobs, you don't know, like, am I really sure this is the career I want to like continue pursuing, or should I maybe test other things, and I am pretty sure that I am not alone who is like going through all these thoughts, or who has gone through all these thoughts. And today I was listening to Njugush, his journey on after college, what next, and what next. And something just came into my mind, and I was like, you know what? Life is planned. Life is planned, and the only thing is do the right thing at the right time, and with time, things will fall into place. Because like literally I was like, even if I keep worrying, it's me presenting, or yeah, subscribing myself to maybe developing mental health disorders, or like stress, or I might even fall into depression. The only thing that I'm supposed to do is do the right thing at the right time, and understand that focus more on the little small growth that might be occurring on the way. And that gave me some calmness, because man, I was like, oh jeez, like, why are things not adding up? I thought after Form 4 in 2024, like, things will have already fallen into place. I will have already like gotten everything into place, and it will be just about now moving from one phase to another without any difficulties. But there are no difficulties. The only difficulties that might occur are the difficulties that I myself will be setting themselves in my mind. So after listening to Njugush's journey, the way he could get a job, after the job he fell again, and then rose again, it just made me be like, I need to be calm and continue with what I am doing. With time, things will fall into place. And I know you over there, you might be at home, you might also be stressed, like things are not adding up after college. What are you going to do after college? Maybe some people already have already figured out on what to do with their lives, and you feel like maybe you're being left out or something. The only thing that I will remind you is that life is planned. Life is planned, and everybody has their own path. We all have our own paths, and we have our past experiences that have made us be in those paths. So the only thing that you have to do is don't compare yourself with anybody. Just compete within yourself, compete with you, like compete with, for example, for me, I compete with the Vanessa of yesterday. So for you, if you may be Peter or maybe one boy, just compete with yourself. Compare and contrast, what were you doing previously that you're not doing now, what can you do to continue growing, things like that. Another thing is I know most of us are, the only thing that we are doing maybe is applying for jobs, and you just seated at home. But the other thing is what I've come to see is most of the people, for example, from Jugush's story, I'll just go back to that story. Oh my god, the story has really enlightened me today, and it has just made me be like, I need to make a video on this. So that's why I'll just hear me speaking about Njugush, or mentioning his name over and over. So for Njugush, he didn't stay at home. Immediately he finished school, he had set his mind that he's not going to stay at home. The thing that he's going to do is he's going to hustle out there until like he makes it. Like he never wanted to go back home, you know. So like from his story I felt like, you know, um you never know, you might, that day that you're feeling like you don't want to leave the house, it's the day you might go out there and somebody notices whatever you're doing and they'll be like, we need that one, you know. So yeah, just keep pushing, go out there, expose yourself so that people can know that you are in existence, this and this is what you do, this is what you're good at, yeah, etc, etc. And then another thing, you might find some people maybe after the graduation, they now feel like, oh, this is not the course I wanted to do, let me go back to school or something. If that's for you, then you can just go back to class. But for others, I'll just tell them, if maybe you are passionate about something, you can just traject it and then figure it out. Like, you know, all these subjects, I've learned it today from listening to Njugush speaking, and yeah, it was an amazing conversation. It was at, I've forgotten the channel, but it's Blessed Njugush. It's the story of Blessed Njugush. That is what I am emphasizing on. Another thing, guys, is during this period of transitioning from campus to school of life, is learn to live in the moment. Learn to live in the moment. You know, kuna hiyo pressure, yeah, oh my god, will I get it figured out, will I be able to move out, will I, you know, stop like worrying about much, just live in the moment, enjoy the moment. Because the more you continue putting all your thoughts, all your efforts to the things that will happen tomorrow and you're not focusing about today, you will find that later on in life, when you are maybe trying to remember how you lived during your 20s, because most of us were in our 20s, you won't have like good sweet memories to remember your 20s with, because all your life you lived it under stress, you lived it under pressure, you know. And then another thing, what I can tell you, right now, after campus, you know, in campus we used to stay like the squad thing, the crowd thing. I believe like right now after campus, it's the time that you really need to focus on friends who push you to growth, you know, friends who support your journey, friends who inspire you to continue moving upwards. You see, for example, for Njugush, immediately after school, I think that he met Abel, and what he did is alishikilia Abel, and to date you see they are still together. So like right now si kama friendships, like learn to categorize your friends. Like don't cut off people, I don't mean that you cut off people, but learn to categorize your friends so that you can know, this is the friend I really need to put close because they push me to be a better person. This is a friend, you know, I'll talk to them about this and that, you know. So because walking alone in that path can be somehow very lonely. You need people who will motivate you, mwenye atakwambia hata mimi nimejaribu kuweka biashara hivi na hivi imefanyika, or who has an idea, maybe you want to start a business and they have the knowledge on how to run the business. Atakwambia, oh, you want to start your business, do this and that. Or I know a person who knows a person who can help you, as in they are like your destiny connectors. So you really need to be somehow strict on that. Don't make it a solo journey. Don't do away with people, because it gets worse when you feel you're alone than when you feel you're walking a journey with fellow individuals, you know. And with those friends, you can also create something like a support group system, where, for example, you feel the burnout, you have people who you can talk and they can relate to what you're talking about, you know. Because I feel like it always gets somehow better when you are sharing with somebody who is facing the same experience than talking to somebody who doesn't have the experience that you're facing at the moment. Um, for me, that is always therapeutic to me. Like talking and having a discussion with somebody who is facing or has faced something that I am facing. It's just it always calms my nerves. That's the word I can use. Yeah, guys. Alafu, another thing that I have just come to learn is put God first during this phase. Put God first. Have a relationship with God at this particular period because the journey is not smooth and neither is it that tough, but having a connection with God, it enables you as an individual to also be guided to listen to that inner voice and know the path that you ought to follow, because you see it's a new phase. It's a new phase where you are now new, fresh in the school of life, and in this phase, you'll find that anything that will come your way, you'll just want to fall into it because you're looking for money, you're looking for stability, things like that. So itakuwa ile hali ya anything that comes your way, will just fall into it because you're desperate for it. Okay, you're not really desperate, but somehow you have that feeling of hii mlango imefunguliwa. So like having that connection with God and having that uh, keenness to listen to what God has to say to you will enable you avoid falling into traps that you cannot understand or you cannot explain later on in life. So yeah, just have that closeness with God and listen to what He's saying and be like, God, is this what you really want for me, or should I wait for another door to open? Things like that. Like before just jumping into that thing, be keen in listening to God. Is that what He wants for you, His child? Because God speaks to us in many ways. He can speak to us through our parents, through Bible verses, through thoughts, through visions, through through dreams. So yeah, just have that connection with God at this particular time and listen to what He has to tell you. Another thing is positivity. My mantra this year is positive energy, manifestation, and God. Like those three are the things that I'm really dealing with this year: manifestation, God, and positive thinking. I know at this particular point, you might feel bad. You're dropping your CVs at organizations, no one is getting back to you, or you go to the interviews and they tell you they will call you and then they don't call you. So the thing that I can just tell you is, don't allow your thoughts to go to the negative. Just be positive. Keep on pushing and be like, you'll make it. Because another thing I always tell myself, if God allowed me to finish class 8 from 4 and now the university, He still has me. And I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. Sijafa bado sijaumbika. That's what I believe. So just have that positive energy. Hata kitu isipoingiana, just to be like, leo ikufanyika hivi, but learn, take the positives from that lesson and continue pushing. Don't give up because the negatives have happened. Yeah, like basically that's it. Another thing is also listen to your parents or your guardians or anybody senior to you who has already gone through the passage. Listen to them and borrow from whatever they are telling you. Sometimes they might give you information that you really don't desire. You don't feel like it's helping you as a person. But the thing that I can advise you is just put a balance, sieve the information and pick what you feel will benefit you, and just let go of that you feel that will not be of benefit to you. So yeah, guys, that's all that I had, and everything always falls in place with time. There's this person on TikTok. I think his channel is called High School. I think, yeah, his account is called High School, something like that. So I was going through his account this week, and then there I was able to see a video of Elsa Majimbo. I was able to see the videos of some of these upcoming celebrities, these young people. And aside from that, not only that, even Jugush, the way I've just told you, I've been watching his story today. He also has a story from where he started. And yeah, there's a time I also watched YY, and he has a story from where he started. And I guess I also watched Mulamo in the course of the week. I think they were doing some house tour. They also have a story from where they started. In short, those are just but examples of celebrities. I'm giving are for celebrities. In short, each and every one of us, whether celebrity or not celebrity, we have a story where we started from before becoming something. So usikuwe na hiyo pressure sana. The only thing that you need to put in your mind is positivity. Am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? What should I do to improve what I am doing? You know, it just motivate yourself that way. Usikuwe na pressure sana. With time things will fall into place. Hata wewe mwenyewe utakuwa like, okay, I don't believe, you know, something like that. Yeah, guys, that's all that I wanted us to just discuss today, because I was feeling somehow low, a little bit low, come January, Feb, because I was like, a lot of things that I was doing last year, they were more to do with my campus life. What am I then doing this year that is outside campus? Because for me, I believe in growth. I don't believe in stagnation. I believe if I stay somewhere for too long, nitaanza kuboa watu, you know. So I was like, I need a new version of Vanessa this year. So where am I going to impact my society this year? Where am I going to start from this year? And I was feeling some very low. I was feeling very, very low. But after watching Anjugush, I was just like, okay, let me then just get back into track, continue to do what I have been doing, but now in a more, in a, with a higher value in it, so that somebody out there can notice the growth. And yeah, that won't mean that I have stagnated somewhere. They'll just see that growth, even though I'll be in the, doing the same things at the particular place, but they will see that certain, they will see some growth in whatever I am doing. Like, I'll do it different. I'm purposing to do anything I did in 23 and backwards. I want to do it this year in a more unique way, in a way that will be somehow spiced up, you know, so that anybody who watches, because I believe everything that I do, people are watching, even though sometimes people cannot comment or maybe like, or you know, maybe just call and say, hey, you know what, this and that. I believe people are watching what I am doing. And so this year I just want to purpose on, I'm purposing on doing anything that I will put my hands on and my mind on uniquely. Yeah, guys, that's all that I had. I believe you've enjoyed this video, and if you have anything to add or anything that you want to tell a university leaver, you can just put it down in the comment section, and I believe it will help one or two individuals and you will have impacted somebody's life. That's all that I had. Again, I have to say that. Until next time, bye bye.